The tragedy of the H.L. Hunley. Welcome to Echoes Untold, the channel where history's forgotten mysteries resurface. Today, we dive deep into one of the most haunting maritime tales of the 19th century. It's a story of courage, innovation, and tragedy, a story that begins with a bold experiment and ends in the shadowy depths of the ocean. This is the chilling tale of the H.L. Hunley, a submarine whose mission changed the course of naval warfare but came at a devastating cost. A revolutionary idea born of war. The American Civil War was not just a clash of armies, it was a race for technological dominance. Both the Union and Confederate forces sought innovative solutions to gain an edge, leading to the advent of ironclad warships, new artillery designs, and, most intriguingly, the first combat submarines. The Confederate answer to the Union's suffocating naval blockade was the H.L. Hunley, a vessel designed to sneak beneath enemy ships and deliver a devastating payload. Developed in 1863 by Horace Lawson Hunley, a visionary entrepreneur with an engineering background, the Hunley was a 40-foot-long, cylindrical iron submarine. Its design was groundbreaking yet inherently dangerous. The Hunley was powered by human strength alone. 8 crew members operated a hand-cranked system that turned a single propeller, painstakingly propelling the submarine through the water. The vessel had no engine, no batteries, and no ventilation system, just the muscle and determination of its crew. At the bow of the submarine was a spar, an iron pole over 20 feet long, equipped with a 135-pound explosive charge. The spar was designed to be rammed into the hull of an enemy ship, after which the Hunley would retreat to safety before the charge detonated. However, the risks were immense. During its testing phase, the Hunley proved as deadly to its crew as to its enemies. The submarine sank twice during trials, each time claiming the lives of its crew. The second sinking even took the life of its namesake, Horace Hunley. These tragedies underscored the experimental and perilous nature of submarine warfare in its infancy. Despite these setbacks, Confederate leaders, desperate to break the Union blockade, pressed on with plans to deploy the Hunley in combat. On the cold, moonlit night of February 17, 1864, the H.L. Hunley embarked on its most audacious mission. Commanded by Lieutenant George E. Dixon, the submarine carried a crew of 8, including Dixon himself. Their target was the USS Housatonic, a 1,240-ton Union warship stationed off Charleston Harbor. The men inside the Hunley faced grueling conditions. The submarine's cramped interior was little more than an iron tube, just large enough to accommodate its crew. The air was thick and stale, and the only light came from a single lantern. Each man sat at his station, cranking the propeller with rhythmic precision as the submarine crept toward its target at a speed of just 4 knots. As they approached the Housatonic, tension filled the air. Dixon and his crew knew this mission could change the course of naval warfare, or cost them their lives. At around 8:45 p.m., the Hunley reached its target. With extraordinary precision, the crew maneuvered the spar torpedo into position, lodging it against the hull of the Union warship. Seconds later, a thunderous explosion ripped through the water. The USS Housatonic began sinking rapidly, becoming the first warship in history to be destroyed by a submarine. For a brief moment, the crew of the Hunley might have felt triumph. They had achieved what no one else in history had accomplished. But their victory was tragically short-lived. Witnesses on shore waited anxiously for the prearranged signal, a blue lantern meant to indicate the Hunley's safe return. But the signal never came. The submarine, along with its crew, disappeared into the depths of Charleston Harbor, leaving behind a haunting mystery. Theories about the Hunley's sinking abound. One possibility is that the shockwave from the torpedo's explosion was more powerful than anticipated, damaging the submarine or incapacitating its crew. The proximity of the Hunley to the explosion, combined with the primitive engineering of the vessel, may have caused a catastrophic breach. Another theory suggests that the Hunley was overwhelmed by the wave created by the sinking Housatonic. The turbulent waters could have caused water to rush into the submarine through its hatches or damaged its hull. A third and more gradual tragedy may have occurred. The Hunley was a sealed vessel with limited oxygen. If the crew struggled to surface in time or became disoriented, they could have suffocated as carbon dioxide levels rose within the confined space. When the Hunley was finally discovered in 1995 and raised in 2000, researchers uncovered a chilling scene. The skeletal remains of the crew were still seated at their stations, hands resting on the cranks, as if they were carrying out their duties until the very end. There was no evidence of a struggle or an attempt to escape, suggesting that whatever happened occurred so suddenly that the crew had no chance to react. A legacy written in iron and blood, the story of the H.L. Hunley is one of extraordinary bravery and innovation. These men were pioneers, venturing into uncharted territory and testing the limits of human ingenuity. Their mission forever changed naval warfare, proving that submarines could be a formidable weapon. But their achievement came at a terrible cost. The crew of the Hunley gave their lives, and their families waited in vain for their return. Today, the Hunley rests in a specially designed conservation lab in Charleston, South Carolina, where researchers continue to study the vessel and its tragic fate. The Hunley remains a symbol of human determination, courage, and the sacrifices made in the pursuit of progress. If you found this story compelling, please don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts. What do you think caused the Hunley to sink? Was it the shockwave, structural failure, or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments.